All jacked up on Mountain Dew. Okay. Morning, boys. Morning. What we saying? Oh, mate, there's a mad glare for some reason. On off that monitor. Quickly go live on the tickers. Alright, boom. And a boom. Alright, what we saying, boys? Wow. What we saying, boys? What we saying? Right, the glare on this is peak. I feel like I've got to fucking pull this blind a bit. Morning though, boys. What we saying? Let me know what we're looking at, boys, this morning. Let me know what pairs we're looking at, what we're looking at trading. Yesterday's trade was an absolute banger. Absolute banger, boys. Absolute banger yesterday. What are you saying, Cooper? Oh yeah, Cooper, I've got that code for you, bro. For the new mentorship. So I made you a discount code. But yeah, morning people. Let me know what we're saying. Morning Jed, morning Casual, morning LH, One Ball, Tommy, Phil, Zerzy, Drift King, Deep Focus, Naru, Brian, Focus. What's your bias for GU? Trades. My bias for GU would be bearish, bro. Would be bearish. Again, really our bias comes from the higher time frame on the daily. Which gives us a lot clearer of a picture of what's actually going on. We can see we've got a sweep of these 2025 highs and then a big rejection. That rejection obviously breaking lows. So I would consider this to be a downtrend that we're in right now. You can see price has also taken March high here. So we should really trade down into March low like that in line with the trend. And then in terms of the order block, you can see this is the POI we're actually selling off of on the weekly. So we got the obviously 2025 sweep, break of these lows. Prices came back up to the order block. And then we're looking to sell down. Obviously we've swept March high, we've got March low there. So yeah, everything really is telling me sell. If we look at the actual state of where we are in the market as well on the lower time, well, daily time frame, we are still at a premium. So in terms of this leg from here to here, this is the 50%. So you can see we are currently in the premium, which is where you want to be selling. Obviously the discount is just where you want to be buying. Yes, son, what are you saying, Nags? Any trade this morning? Not yet, bro. No trades just yet. Check the yen basket. Alright, I'll check it in a sec. What about EU, bro? This is EU, bro. This is EU. And then if we break down the chart a little bit more. If we break down the chart a little bit more. Obviously we did hit EU shorts yesterday, which played out lovely. But here's the sweep of March highs, as you can see. And then we've got this order block on the daily time frame, which price has tapped into and then sold off from. So this was our first idea at the start of the week, was basically price selling off from this order block, which it has done actually really nicely so far. And then you can see yesterday we was just basically in the middle of a CRT, so that was a no-brainer. We had a sweep of the daily high, so we should trade into the daily low. Obviously tapping into the order block. So yeah, everything was basically telling us sells and that was ready to go down. So yesterday we obviously caught those sells in the London session. Right here. So put our limit on the DTO, and then that came through really nicely in the end. So we're just looking for a continuation of that move that we've already seen. So we've already seen that sell off from the daily order block. So I just want a continuation of that. I want that price to retrace and then obviously continue down. Bearing in mind, we still got quite a lot we can aim for in terms of that daily range. If you remember, we are very high up. So even just aiming for the 50% of the range is still like 60 odd pips off. So yeah, definitely optimal for selling, in my opinion. Just got to wait for the right point to actually do that. But yeah, if I had to pick out a POI, because to be honest, it does look like this is going to get disrespected, I would really go with this. I think this makes the most sense. As for GU, yeah, GU's actually taken that Asia high now, which is nice. Okay, we don't really have a POI that hasn't already been tapped though, so we'll just go with this. Taking that 4-hour high though, which is nice. That's what we wanted. But yeah, that's basically what I see, boys. So I am looking at sales today. Like I said, it's just about getting that actual good point, and not going in too early with it. We have got this pretty strong momentum. You can see these 3 candles on the 1 hour are pretty heavily bullish. ALG setup, yeah, that's what I'm looking at, bro. But yeah, these candles are pretty heavily bullish. GUE taking Asia highs. Yeah, bro, the 4-hour NEU is just above Asia high. Untapped. Intervention possible. Oh, you're talking about the yen. Talking about the yen basket. We obviously don't forget as well, boys, if we go to the news. We do have a lot of news today. So we've got pound news at 12, 12:30, and then euro news at 1:15, 1:30. And 1:45, or dollar news at 1:30 really. So basically till 12 there's just pure and utter fucking news. So you do really want to get in and out of a trade before 12. So that's really going to be the challenge, or at least just get in the trade at a decent point and hold it. But like I said, I would be looking for sells ideally in this market. See, the euro is absolutely pumping right now. Euro is pumping, Jesus. Yeah, the euro is absolutely pumping right now, boys. But yeah, let me know if you're seeing anything different. I'll check yen basket in a sec. But yeah, price is absolutely running right now. GU looks a little bit better today, to be honest. GU does look a little bit better. We are in this 4-hour fair value gap for GU. I'm thinking it's going to fail, but yeah, again for GU you can see we're seeing the similar stuff. 2025 highs were swept. Need a break on rejection. Today looks mad volatile. Yeah, we do have a lot of news, but yeah, there's the main sweep. There's the sell-off. Swept monthly high. I think we're still basically trading above March highs, which is obviously a really premium point in price. We are trying to sell down to the March low if possible. So we do have a lot of a way to come down. We do have what, about 400 pips, 400 pips. So we're definitely still at a great point for sells. If you look at this range here, I think a lot of people that aren't zooming out and seeing the bigger picture of this order block and this sweep, they're probably going to look to jump in buyers with this range from here to here. This fair value gap being filled. So they're probably just looking at this going higher, which hopefully is inducement for people to buy. And then we can just get those sells off. Because we're not really interested in this. I do think this is going to get swept eventually. So yeah, I am Definitely sell bias on this. Tapped into this order block now, so we can actually wait to see if we do get a lower time frame reaction. Yeah, we've got a fair value gap here blatantly. So we can wait for an inversion of this, and then if we get that, then we could potentially be short in this market. But yeah, let's wait for the confirmation first. See if we get a 15-minute fair value gap made as well. That would be even nicer. But yeah, all in all, boys, definitely be looking to short this market. EU and GU in sell area now. Yeah, potentially, bro. Entered in the wrong pair. I'm such a duck. Wait, what pair did you enter, bro? And yeah, when we break, I'll be looking for something like this. So we did get the sweep of the Asia low pretty early, and there wasn't really any entries off the back of that though. So I think in the pre-London they was talking about the Friday 50%. So let me quickly put that on the chart real quick. Yeah, we are at the Friday 50% now, to be fair. You can see that's just there. So we are at a premium point. This is looking really nice, to be fair, chat. Everyone drop a like on YouTube, man. Let's get 100 man in this YouTube stream real quick. We're on 90 man. Let's get 100 and 200 man in there. But yeah, boys, that trade yesterday was an absolute banger. If you was on the live, then we did cook yesterday. If you was on the signals as well, then we did cook, because I do send in all my trades to the signals. This was it yesterday. You can see this was the entry that I sent in. Euro USD sell, entry, stop loss TP. And then this is how we ended up playing out. Full TP being hit with that trade right there. And obviously this again was it before it was sent in. And that wasn't, that was before it was sent in. And then, so yeah, good week in the signals again. We are up in the signals, which is what we like to see every week, staying profitable. Right, yeah, we have completed that candle now, so we are literally just waiting for an inversion, a return, and then price selling off. There is a lot of news, that's going to be difficult. Low full ball Friday plus news. Could do, could do. What happened to JPY? Let's look at JPY, because a lot of people are asking. Hit point of control as well. Did you watch the FMC conference? No, I actually didn't, bro. Okay. I think Cole was talking about what this was. I mean, yesterday was nice. We completed what we wanted to complete. Swept the Asia low, filled the imbalance. Sorry, swept the Asia high. Filled the imbalance on the 4 hour or on the hourly. And then sold off. So exactly what we wanted, really. But now we've got that weird ass candle. That intervention. I don't think it's really gonna change much, though, to be honest, boys. I do think this is going to remain bearish. I know it's a scary candle if you are looking at this going down. However, if you just look at it, boys, in terms of the actual range, from the range high to the range low, from here to here, you can see really it's just a typical internal external. There's nothing really too concerning. We've got a bearish leg here. Price is retraced to a POI in the premium, so we should really just sell off. I wouldn't get too enticed by these sort of news releases. I'm pretty sure it was a tweet. I'll be able to find out who that was by in a minute. But yeah, Jesus, that was mad. About 15 minutes ago, that news came through. Need to happen before 10 for me to enter. Yeah, bro, for sure. For sure. Even EU, bro, like... Not EU, EJ. EJ even just filled this order block pretty nicely. Continuing up. GJ probably did the same fucking thing. Okay, well, GJ tagged in and hit TP from that trade yesterday. Jesus. Imagine you still had that limit, bro. That's got to be the fastest TP ever. Boys, that would have been a 40 pip TP in 1 minute. But again, you can see we are reacting off of that daily order block. Might as well drag this across now. That's insane though. That was what we was looking for yesterday, which has absolutely come through. But yeah, I'd still really be looking at the same thing. You can see all we're really doing is mitigating these points. So I wouldn't say it's anything too concerning. If we mark on the DTO as well, then you can see we are at a decent discount price right now. So it is optimal to be looking for buyers. So yeah, I'll be looking for buyers on JPY pairs, boys. I really would. So you can see we are at a discount point right now, trading below the DTO. Same for EJ if we mark on the DTO right here. You can see we are trading below it. So yeah, I definitely would be looking at buyers on this. It's going to be hard to actually formulate a setup, but yeah, that's just what I'd be looking for, would be buyers if possible. Okay, GU's actually starting to reject now, which is nice. So let's see if we do get this closed below. But if you want more confirmation, you can wait for this low to actually be broken itself. And obviously we will be looking for, see how big our stop loss is realistically going to be on this. 7 pip stop. $40 pip TP. Bear in mind there's going to be FOMO from sellers right now as well, so hopefully we will be able to pretty easily get this trade. We've had that really bullish reaction, so a lot of people probably are looking for buyers. EU looks cleaner than GU. Just hasn't really tapped into. Okay, to be fair, we have actually tapped in now. So EU's got its equivalent fair value gap here, so we obviously want this to be inverted. Again, we're trading above the DTO, which is a nice premium point. I don't know where it's gone for GU. Get that back on. Yeah, we are trading above the DTO, as you can see. Yeah, we could get nice sells here, boys. Could get good sells here, bro. EU is in a 4-hour FVG. Yeah, to be fair, we did come in. If we look at the actual, if we get rid of everything here, we have just tapped into this order block as well. On the higher time frame, on the 4-hour. GU. And EU on the 4-hour. Yeah, EU, to be fair, is just as nice. Let me actually draw on these POIs on the 4-hour, just so it's a little bit clearer what we're actually looking at. But yeah, we have got this right here. These higher time frame order blocks, that's nice. I didn't even really notice that we had these, but that is really nice. So you can see this is the 4-hour order block there. And GU on the 4-hour as well. You can see we've also tapped into that 4-hour. I was on sells on EU, so I meant to take it on GU. How on earth have you taken a trade on the wrong pair? That's crazy work. Yeah, this does look nice, boys. See, we did tap into the order block. If we look at the overall range as well, we are obviously in the premium of the prior day. And just tapping into the OTE as well. So this does look nice for a sell, in my opinion. Just, are we going to be able to get in and out before this news? Might as well try anyway. 2 secs, chat. Be 2 secs. What news is that, Richesse? Hang on, bro. The RR is pretty good as well. I mean, it is like a 6-1, which is nice. Wow, really? Yeah, I don't really ever do as well on GU as I do on EU, to be honest, but it's obviously worth still going for it. Come on, GU. 4, 3, 8, 5, 8. Sorry about that, boys. Let me know if anyone's getting in. How do you guys think the name Richesse? Good question, bro. 2 secs. When's the new start? It is 12, isn't it? Or do we have... Yeah, 12. Morning, chat. What you saying, bro? GU better RR. Yeah, GU just looks better for me. Yesterday we hit TP. All thanks to you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. TP was absolutely swiped yesterday. Swiped with ease, to be fair. Swiped with ease. EU's starting to break. Yeah, that 4-hour confluence is really nice. The fact when these 4-hour POIs. Yeah, GU does look really nice for me. Hopefully we can come back in and tap us. I've obviously swept the Asia high here. So yeah, boys, all in all, this looks decent for me, man. This looks decent. We're above the DTO. We've got the ALG. We're into a higher time frame POI. We're also into a POI from yesterday. So yeah, man, I think this does look good. I think this does look good. If we look at the actual price action from yesterday as well, you can see the DTO yesterday. We did get that last little tap in the premium before selling off, and then that is the point that we're returning to now. So we got in the premium of the yesterday DTO, and then sold off. So we're just returning back to where we sold off from, and then getting that continuation of the sales. Bearing in mind we did basically the same. I'm not sure if we actually did that on GU. Yeah, I don't think we did on GU. Detail of the prior day was here, so. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, this GU does look nice, boys. Everyone double tap the screen, man. What are you waiting for? What are you? Nothing, bro. I'm not really waiting for anything at this point. It's just if you want to get in, given the fact that we got a lot of news. That's the only thing, really. If we check the DXY, we got the DXY on the higher time frame. This one candle really does piss me off, low key. Let me actually change this so it's similar to how I've got it set up on EU and GU, because I do think that makes it a lot cleaner. So we got 2025 lows right here, which was swept. And we got March lows here, which was swept. So we really should trade into these March highs. Again, so we should really be bullish, trading through this fair value gap. Yeah, if I make this a bit brighter now, you can see this is the weekly order block, which price tapped into after sweeping the lows, distributed, tapped into the weekly order block, swept March low. So we're bullish, looking for buyers higher. And yeah, we can see price again is trading below the DTO. If we look at this higher time frame order block as well that we've tapped into, you can see right there we've tapped into it. See again on the daily, so this is after the sweep. We've got a sweep, March low, price started to move, tap back into the daily order block, continue. So the current leg we're in is this sort of continuation leg here, and we're just looking for the mitigation to continue. You can see this 2 hour we moved up, 2 hour order block was mitigated, as you can see on the 2 hour, which I'm on now. And then here we got the 4 hour order block, which was mitigated. So then price should continue up from here, man. It's as simple as that, really. We've obviously got a lot of manipulation where we've probably stopped out quite a fair amount of people here. So yeah, we've also again got this sort of lower time frame order block. From the New York session there. So yeah, this is looking nice for me, man, for buyers. This is pretty much what I would normally look for buyers on the DXY. We haven't yet inverted yet on the DXY, which is the only thing. So we are still in this downwards movement on the DXY. We are still in this downwards movement on the DXY, which is a little bit concerning. As GU is obviously broken, EU is sort of broken, so it's a little bit risky right now. Lewis in buyers, guys. Oh my god, full. But yeah, as you can see, GU's actually had that confirmation, trading below that IFEG. EU hasn't yet got that, and DXY hasn't yet got that. So that's the risk that we run right now. But scared money actually doesn't make money, boys. So we're not going to be scared. Did you watch the FOMC conference? No, I didn't, bro. Good morning, Lou. How are you? I'm all good, brother. I'm all good. All good, bro. But yeah, boys, Signal's absolutely cooking. Yesterday, you can see, we had this absolute lovely trade, 2.5% on EU, which was beautiful. So if you do want all my trades, boys, the Signals is available in the Discord, man. Bearing in mind, last week we was up 9%. This week we are up about 2.5%. So yeah, we're absolutely cooking, boys. We're absolutely cooking. Again, everyone who joined on Friday is laughing. Yeah, the only thing is we do have nosing pretty soon. I mean, looking at the news itself, it is pretty big for the pound. So I do really want to be out of that by like 11:45 really. Hey bro, GU short, what do you think? Yeah, I like GU shorts. Could you mark up UK, bro? I'm seeing prime buy setting up. Yeah, no worries, bro. I'll have a look. If I missed any comments, boys, just put them in again, man. Just put them in again. Chat, if I missed any of your comments on YouTube, don't wait for me to read up. Just spam them in the chat again. Be greedy and just spam in your comments. And if it's the most recent one, then I'll see it. So just spam up the comments. But yeah, there is no EU news at 12. It's 1:15. Yeah, it's pound news, bro. Pound news. We'll see how this goes. As I said, we haven't actually inverted the DXY, so we still need that to happen. Otherwise, we may just get a sell-off from it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I think a lot of people probably are going to be looking to get into sells. And not a lot of people actually going to be buying. So let's just wait for that. Bear in mind, yesterday was DTO, today's ALG. So if these two both come through, that would be beautiful. Yeah, I'll mark up USD CAD, bro. But yeah, boys, if you are trying to get into the Signal group, then it's a no-brainer, man. I'm not going to lie. You say USD CAD setting up for a prime buy. Let me clean this chart. and just look at it from the absolute beginning. Again, I do like to start on the monthly. I know a lot of people don't really look at the monthly time frame, but I do like looking at it. So yeah, we swept 2025 lows here. So these 2025 lows here, we've got CRT. We're getting all this rejection, all these rejection wicks, and then obviously a rally. Price comes back down to its original point. We've got an order block right here, which we've tapped into on the weekly, so we should really be bullish off of this. Also got the CRT on the weekly start to form, well not start to form, but look like it's pretty much has formed. So we obviously swept that candle's low, closed back within the range, so we want to trade higher. So yeah, I would be looking for buyers as well, bro. We'll be looking for buyers as well. In terms of where to actually get in, the only thing is the prior day is not really giving much. Like when we get onto this time frame, there's not really a lot. It's really nice CRT, the way we sell off to sweep high, low, and then probably going to get a weekly close. But yeah, it's just normally I'd want something sort of here to actually react off of. Something that this has actually tapped in from. That we could push us higher, but there's nothing really here, which is a little bit concerning. I mean, I don't really trade it, UCAD, so maybe that's how it works anyway, but for EUGU, there's normally something we react from on the previous day. If you look at it sweeping the low, yeah, you want an IFEG, so you're going to really have to wait for this to get inverted in order to then look for buyers. Yeah, today's definitely a riskier day than most, boys, for sure. As you can see, okay, that G is actually in now as well. Fucking hell. So yeah, we need the DXY to obviously actually invert this fair value gap to the upside. We need it to start playing off of this order block and actually invert. Then start moving like that. If not, then this GU is going to find it tricky. End of the day, boys, it's a risky trade. So if you don't want to jump in, waiting for EU, cancel G limit, fair play. Where are you looking to get in on EU, bro? But yeah, it's a risky trade, boys. So if you lose, don't complain. Just hold that. Fair play. So yeah, with EU's a little bit less risky. So if you are a little bit more sort of your account's maybe in a bit of trouble. With me, where I've won a trade already this week, and also I'm quite up nicely from last week, I can afford to take that extra little bit of a risk. But if you can't actually afford to do that, and you're sort of need to be careful, then definitely wait for EU, because EU's gonna have its close below with obviously more confirmation. So. Because obviously EU's closed below, but we haven't actually got anything on DXY. So yeah, GU's closed below that fair value gap and inverted it already. EU hasn't yet closed below. DXY hasn't yet closed above. So we really need to just wait for the other pairs. So yeah, if you are looking to get into sells and you want it a bit lower risk, then yeah, you'll be waiting for this to come through. You'll be waiting for this to come through, really. Yeah, let's see how this GU plays out anyway. May get scared money don't make money, but me smart with it. Trust me, bro. Morning, Aaron. What you saying, bro? What is genuinely going on in the loyals as well? I feel like I need to read this. Let me quickly read this, chat. I'll be back in 2 secs. Right, we're in this trade, by the way, boys. Fucking hell, shit's ripping low key. at my entry on EU. Fair play. Yeah, let me know, boys, who's waiting for this confirmation on EU, who's in GU, who's not getting in today because of all the news. Let me know what everyone's approach is this morning, boys. You sent to signals. If you've got to be in the signal group to know that, brother. You've got to be in the signal group to know that. So you can wait for EU if you want that confirmation. Obviously, or DXY. GU's a little bit preemptive, so it is more of a risky trade. So there's more profit potential, but there's also more risk. So yeah, sitting at entry now. So we'll see how this one does. As I said, if you're a bit worried and you don't really want to be risking much on your account right now, then defo go with EU and just wait for that more confirmation. Okay, nice. You could probably go stop loss at break even pretty quickly on this one as well, I'm not going to lie. Just because of the amount of news we have today. You do want to be careful. Nice. 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 Yeah, I'm probably going to go break even right now, to be fair. This is fucking ripping. This is absolutely ripping, boys. Let's go. I keep saving this like 1,000 times. I've got OCD with that. You boys know I have OCD with that. In the exact same one, let's go. Sweet. Let's see if EU's had that. Yeah, we'll see if EU has the close below as well. That'll be really interesting to see. Same as DXY. We want DXY to actually close above. Probably up like 2 bands on this already. Let's see if EU inverts. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even now, chat. I'll be back in 2 secs. Okay. We up good right now. Right, I'm break even. Yeah, let's see if EU can invert. It's really important that it does do that. Bro always says no B to his audience. Yeah, I mean, in a normal day, bro, but it's just where we got so much news, man. We've got so much news today. It's just mad risky. So I don't really see a problem with it today. But yeah, it's definitely a personal thing. If you don't want to go break even, don't go. We've got 2 minutes till the candle close on the 5 minute, which is where we're going to see if EU inverts or not. Holy candle. Shit, we might get break even here, to be fair. Yo. Okay, I'm out of break even. Sick. Holy dump. Right, well, I'm out of GU at break even, boys. That's me done on EU. GU, sorry. Well done. Well then. Well, that was quick. Stop loss way too tight. I would disagree, bro. I would disagree. I don't think you need to have your stop loss any higher. I don't think there's really any need to have a higher stop loss. Oh, mate. Alright, I'm out on this anyway, chat. We can still get entries today. We can still get entries. Bearing in mind, there isn't any Euro news till 1:15. So we realistically could potentially see Euro trades. But we do need this inversion on the 5 minute for sure. For sure. This fair value gap on the dollar, it needs to get inverted. It really does need to get inverted. $150 man in the YouTube right now. We're cooking, boys. Yo, Lou, peep my entry at 6972 for sells. Wait, 6972. I mean, Jesus, you've literally gone for the app. Okay, I'm assuming you're going for like a 1 minute order block. Don't know what you're actually entering off of. That's like, I don't know what you're entering off of, bro. I like the general idea of it sells, but I'm just not sure about your specific entry. Took a risky short on EJ for a quick win. Fair play. I'm in on EU. Yeah, EU just hasn't actually inverted yet, so we do need to wait for that. Maybe I went BE too early on GU anyway. Probably did, but it's one of those, boys. I mean, we could re-enter. Entering off of hopes and dreams. Don't know what's got into you, Naru, recently, bro. We are dumping, boys. Let me put the pair on screen. This is EU, bro. GU, sorry. First time I've traded GU in a while, to be fair. First time I've traded GU in a while. Been mainly just entering EU. But yeah, let's see how this plays, boys. If the DXY inverts, there's going to be other... I don't know why you went break even, bro. It's because we had so much news, man. I just don't want to really risk it, to be fair. Maybe that was a stupid thing, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see in hindsight if it was a stupid thing. It was just the news, man. I was kind of hesitant to enter anyway, but the setup looked so nice. So, yeah, I thought I want to get in, but I don't want to risk too much. So, maybe that's my own bad. We'll see how it does. But the main thing I actually care about, is just making sure we stick to the strategy. First of all, we have a daily bias, which for today, for us, our daily bias was sells. If we get sells, we either look for ALG sells, or we look for DTO sells. So there's definitely still going to be opportunities, boys, for sure. Whether it be ALG re-entries for EU, or whether it be DTO entries for EU or GU. there still should be entries. Bear in mind, if we distribute past the DTO, we can enter back off a tap of that. So we're still going to have a chance to enter later on. And as I said, EU, if EU can actually invert this, close below, and then retap, then you've got another entry there. So if you really are catting out to get in, you can still get in. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I shouldn't have really gone break even on this. I do still think this is going to play out. So yeah, probably stupid of me, but it is what it is. We'll still see if the signals wins off this as well. Still eyeing EU shorts, not gonna lie. Fair play, bro. Yeah, I kind of held it by going break even. Still eyeing EU shorts, not gonna lie. Waiting for that MetaTrader 5 shift though. For that, minute 5 shift. Fair play. I mean, yeah, you can wait for it. There's a lot of shit you can still wait for on GU and EU. Like, don't get FOMO is one thing I will say. Because there are going to be entries throughout the rest of the day, in my opinion. Obviously, we'll keep you posted. If you are in the Signal group, then you'll get all of those entries. You got the best entry on GU today. You got the best entry on EU yesterday. EU needs a market structure shift before 10 for me. Fair play. Yeah, as I said, we can just wait for EU to actually close below. Wait for DXY to close above. GU's holding its own pretty well, though. But yeah, boys, we absolutely cooked yesterday. Let me show you some of the results in the Siggies yesterday. Absolutely cooked. These are some of the results after it hit TP. You can see Discord was popping off. It took a while to hit TP. We didn't TP till like 6 o'clock. But you can see this is Tommy. Made 4 bands on his funded. We've got Fletch, who made 6 bands on his funded. X, who made 3.5 bands on his funded. We had Mace, who made 11 bands on his funded. This is obviously the signal which was sent in, and then the full TP of it hit. Signal, full TP hit. Let's see any more profits we got. This is mine. Humble 4 bags. Rez clearly happy about that one. But yeah, boys, if you are trying to get into signals, man, it is the best place to be. You get all of my trades personally sent to you, as well as a few other traders. So that's a no-brainer, boys. We'll see how this GU trade plays out, and then we potentially do a discount code today. Last time we dropped a discount code, we've claimed. Last time we dropped a discount code, we did 9%, and then this week we're up 2.5%. It's pretty goated, I'm not gonna lie. Signals is cooking right now. Yesterday's shorts was lovely, yeah, defo, John. Either way, we can eat on EU, yeah, trust me. Either way, boys, we're still going to be able to eat on this, so I wouldn't get FOMO. Like I said, you can wait for the... look how low the DXY down is. Look how... Bear in mind, boys, there's always good buys until we're above the DTO. So as long as we're below the DTO, you're still going to have profit-making opportunities for buys. As long as we're still below this. And look how far below we are. We're like miles below it. So there's no need to get FOMO. Same with EU. As long as you're above the DTO, there's going to be nice opportunity to take profit. And right now, we are still trading 20 pips above it on the day, which is a lot. So we are definitely at a premium point in price. So sales are looking rather optimal. Yeah, yesterday was beautiful, man. Yesterday was beautiful. How to join Signals group. I tell you what, bro, you can get in there now, but what I'm probably going to do today is I'm probably going to drop a discount code for 50% off. What we like to do is every single time we hit a few banging trades, and then we're going to try and get some more people in there. So we're going to be opening it, and I will drop a discount code. So I'd hold off for joining just right now. And in a bit, I'll drop a code so you can get in for half price, bro. Fucking hell. Do 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 do. All right, let's go, boys. How much is lifetime for Siggies? Oh, so now everyone wants to get in the signals. Well, well, well. Now everyone wants to get in the signals. When I tell you we cook, you don't listen. But when you see 15%, that's when you guys listen up. To be fair, I rate it. That's the same as what I'd be like, to be fair. But yeah, boys, I will drop a discount today so you man can get in. Don't worry. I will make sure to drop a nice discount. Alright, let's see how this one plays. Boys, let me know if you're in. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're in. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're in. 1 in the chat if you're in. 1 in the chat if you're in, boys. On monthly, I see CRT. On DXY, I see the exact same, bro. Also, if you can combine that, if you got that, if that eye is wide open, bro, then what you can see as well is just before that is we've got 2025 lows being swept. So really clean price action on this monthly, man. This is how we've been able to absolutely juice sells, and how we've been able to return like 15% in the last few weeks in the signals, is because we know clearly on the higher time frame we swept 2025 lows and then had a clear pump to the upside, right, giving us a trend shift. After this pump, after sweeping the 2025 lows, we came back to this order block, this monthly order block. So this is our POI to then buy off of again. Obviously, we've gone for a move up, retracement, and then move up again. And also within that, we've swept the March low, and we've got the March high here. So everything really tells us that we're bullish, and we should just continue buying up to this high. Obviously, we've got the yearly sweep. We've got the order block mitigation. We've got the prior month low swept. We're at a discount point in terms of the range. If you look at the 50%, it's like here, so we're in a discount. So everything's really telling us buyers, which is why if we can have a good bullish bias on DXY, we had a clear bearish bias on EU and was literally able to just sell EU repeatedly for about 2 weeks straight. Just know to look, since 17th of April, just sell, 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 sell. Any chance we get to sell, we're just getting in. And we've got a few ways to get in, and that's all we really do. As I said, boys, the way we trade is all about having a higher time frame bias. Having a higher time frame bias on the daily. By going for simple things like this, our step by step. And then once you've got your daily bias, for example, ours, as I said, was sells. We then either look for ALG sells or DTO sells. So all our members, once we have a daily bias, which bear in mind, we do a pre-London stream every day. So the boys in the Discord, and people can vouch if you are in the mentorship, we already knew our bias today was bearish. So all our members knew today to just look for sells. Don't even bother looking for the buy setups. Just ignore them if they appear. Only look for either ALG sell or DTO sell. So meaning when you actually come onto the market in the morning, for example on GU, we're already looking at sells. So we're only interested in 2 points, right? We're either interested in a setup like this from the DTO. This is just generally how we actually trade, boys, if you was wondering. So we mark on the DTO, which is an important point. And the other important point is the Asia high. So look how simple that is. Now we've got a daily bias because you've been in the pre-London, you've watched our stream, and you've also just worked it out for yourself, your daily bias. We're either looking for now price moving to the Asia high, sweeping it, and then selling, or price distributing away from the DTO, coming back, and then like that. So we're basically either waiting for this move or this move. One of the two. We're just waiting for these points. If none of these points get hit, we don't do anything. Simple as that. So we play the market out. No distribution away from the DTO, as you can see. So if we got that distribution down, then I would have been looking to sell from here. You can see we just continued up. And then when our Asia high is taken, then that's our chance to actually get into the trade. And if you can see, with the ALG setup, which is a sweep of the Asia high, which is what we've got. The confirmations are, again, this is all in the mentorship, boys. MSS on 1 to 5 or IFVG on the 5 to 15. So I've gone for a IFVG on the 5. And you can see we mark out the IFVG. And then that's our entry. Obviously, there's a few more things that do go into that, but that's generally the idea of the trade. And then obviously aiming for that current low. So yeah. Very simple, boys. The way we trade is actually very, very simple. Have a higher time frame bias, and then the way that we trade, you're always going to get entries to actually get in. There's always going to be ways to get in. If you trade the ALG and DTO, the entries will be there. It's just about having a good higher time frame bias. And yeah, we do have our one-to-one mentorship, which we've just opened. So if you are trying to get, obviously, learn the way I trade and get one-to-one mentorship, one-to-one sessions with me personally, where I explain my strategy, etc. Yeah, we do have that in the Discord or on our school community. And we, as I said, we do also have signals where all these trades get sent. For example, the last trades which were sent in was this EU sell I had yesterday, which hit full TP. And then this GU sell this morning, which I also sent in, which is obviously you boys are following along with it with me right now. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, man, that's essentially the way we trade, boys. I will be dropping a discount code today, so a lot of you guys can get in. Are you dumping? Yeah, we're dumping, boys. We're dumping. Let's go. Please explain DTO. I'll be real, boys. What I'm going to do, I am going to drop a link in the chat to my Calendly. And what you can do there is just book a call with me, bro. Absolutely free, obviously. You can just book a call and I can sit down with you and explain anything you sort of want to know about my strategy. With us, boys, we're actually trying to build a proper community. Like, people can vouch. We actually fucking like our community. We come live every day. I actually enjoy streaming with you boys. So I do want all you man to eat, man. So even if you can't get in the mentorship or signals or anything like that, I'll drop a link now. You can just book a call with me and get on a little call and I can help you out with whatever you may need. Any of you, man, in here who ain't in the Discord / mentorship or signals are missing out big time. These boys know their shit. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, EUGU is dumping right now. Smelling banger trade. Yeah, trust me, bro. Pre-London is the most beneficial I've been part of in terms of trading. It helps massively with your direction psychology. Don't sleep on it. Appreciate you, bro. Torn between joining the signals and waiting to get funded on my own. Don't want to become dependent on relying on your trades, bro, but your signals do eat. The thing is, John, the way, like with these signals, bro, you know the way I trade anyway. So it's not like you're purely just copying. Because whenever I get into a trade in the signals and it wins, you're going to know why it's actually won and you're going to know the theory behind it. Like yesterday, for example, everyone in the signals borderline knows about the DTO strat. You know where I'm entering. What did I just say? I enter off either the DTO or the Asia high or low. We enter off the DTO. So you still can see what's going on, bro. So I would definitely still say it's worth it, in my opinion. I'm joining signals next month, start a new job and won't be able to get on the charts for a couple months. Fair play, bro. Are you circumcised? Okay, just as I was starting to like the comment section, are you circumcised? What do you want from me? Seriously, how many times have I got to tell you the answer to that question? Seriously. Alright, let's break that low. Let's hope we can break this low. Okay, nice. That low's been broken. Low's been broken. Signals is up nearly 2% today. Let's go. Goatcom, trust me, brother. I can't get over the entry. Profits are coming different. Yeah, trust me, bro. Just say, ask your mum every time someone says that. Yeah, true. Nah, bro, defo hear you. These signals might see me soon. Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, John, I see you in here every day learning, so it's not like you're purely just trying to copy. Like, you actually are here learning, so. Placing limit once DXY inverts. Is DXY still not inverted? Alright, yeah, let's wait for this. Let's wait to see if it does invert. Bear in mind, chat, all we're doing is going with the trend. And if you mark, boys, I'll be honest, if you're not using the DTO in your trading, boys, you need the fucking DTO. You need to use the DTO. It's the only thing for the day that basically just tells you if you're at a good place to buy or sell. The key to this market really is wait till you're in a clear uptrend and then wait till we're below the DTO in an uptrend or above the DTO in a downtrend. DTO is the premium and discount point for price, so. But yeah, boys, everyone lock in, because I will be dropping a discount code. So I know a lot of you, man, have been asking me to get in. So I will drop a code in a minute. Well, not in a minute, but I will drop a code this stream. I just bought a laptop because of your live signals. Lovely, bro. Lovely. I'm just about to drop a discount, man, so make sure you're getting the actual signals itself. Make sure you're getting the actual signals themselves. What laptop did you get, bro? Placing limit once DXY inverts. Re-entries. I would just hold right now, and then re-entries, obviously, for EU is just this IFVG. You just want price to turn back to that and then sell. Bear in mind, again, we are trading above the DTO, so we're at such a great point to sell. Same with the DTO, man. We're so below it, so we are at a good point to buy. The DXY is just a little bit hesitant to invert this, so let's just wait for a sec, see if we invert. HP, nice, bro. Nice, man. Two-hour closing might fall port, because why not? I mean, I can think of some reasons why not, but fairs, I suppose. Yeah, this does look like it's got the intention to invert. I mean, we haven't been able to sell off yet. The candles aren't really that great, but we haven't been able to sell off from this fair value gap. So we've returned to it. Obviously, we've came into it, sold off, returned to it again. Which, if we're returning to it again, why would we want to return to it again? Why wouldn't we just sell off from there? So I do think this is eventually going to get inverted, and then we're going to return and move like that. Yeah, really nice entry there in the signals for sure. For sure. Everyone make sure you're in the Discord, boys, for when I drop this discount. Everyone make sure you're in the Discord for when I drop this discount, boys. I like FVGs that struggle, though, not going to lie, but it also makes it tricky to get in my zone without my kill zone. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. When we take ages, it is jarring because of the time, but it can sometimes be nicer. It just shows more accumulation. EU 4-hour CRT to Asia low formed. Beautiful. And the only thing is we've already taken out all the... Oh, EU. Lovely stuff. Yeah, we've got that CRT now. Swept this candle's high, so we've got this candle's low to trade into. GU obviously has the same thing, but the difference is we've already taken the candle low on GU, as you can see. But that's a really nice 4-hour. That's what you want to get in for, on the 4-hour, boys. If you can get in on the 4-hour wick, in line with the trend. So if we're only seeing a bearish trend and you can get in on the 4-hour wick, it's a touch, really. It's really anything above this. Anything above this is really a good entry, to be fair. Have you ever thought about moving to futures? No, but there's not really any need, bro. I like GU too much. It moves lovely. It moves lovely. Is anyone looking to get in on EU? Has anyone got limits placed on EU? Fucking hell, look at the yen basket. Fairs then. Fairs then. Jesus. Yeah, these 1 hour candles as well. People are definitely going to be hesitant to buy, which is obviously when it's a good time to buy. When people are fearful is when you want to be greedy. I do quite like these candles, man. I do think we are eventually going to invert this, to be fair. I do like this GU trade still. Everyone make sure I've got a Discord link in my bio, boys. When I drop this Signal discount code, make sure you get in. I'm going to drop 5 codes. So once they're gone, they're gone. So make sure you get in for 50% off, man. It doesn't make sense to pay full price when you can fucking pay 50% when we drop the code, boys. Obviously, that is for all of our trades. We are up so nicely in these last few weeks, man. So nicely. Just make sure trading that bit easier, boys. If I even scroll back to like the start of even just last week, when was it? I'll show you some of the results. 20th. Cool. So let's go to the 20th. Alright, this is the first trade of last week. First trade, we had an SL, so that's -1. We had an SL. Next trade, as you can see, hit TP, which is a 2R, so that's +1%. And then on this short here, you can see that hit full TP for 4%. On that short there, 4%. So that was 5% now for the week. Then we had this short here, which is 2% again. So this is 7% secured on that short. With another short here, which hit SL, so that's 6%. Another short here, which hits TP for 3%. So that's 10% in just that week alone. And then there was a loss for 9%, or 1%, so 9% run in total. Yesterday we had another trade which hit for 2.5, so that would make us 11.5% up. And then obviously we're in this GU sell right now. So we're up 11% in this week and last week combined. Our running profit is a little bit more than that because this is up over 1% right now. So we're up about 12-13% in the last 2 weeks in current running profit. Secured about 11% of that already, which is really, really nice. So yeah, boys, you can see, man, I'm not even going to show you all the profits, but you can see people absolutely eating off these trades as well. Right, let's go. If we can close below that low, that'll be really nice for this GU. But yeah, everyone make sure you're in the Discord so you're ready, man. So you're ready to get into the signals for 50% off. It's a no-brainer, boys. It's literally a no-brainer. Like, you know the way I trade. You see me sending my trades in. You see them hitting profit every day. See, we do still lose trades, as I just showed you there. Our win rate on there is very good, but we obviously do still take losses. Just the RR is really, really good. JPY melting after some BOJ comments and no doubt the month end flows. Yeah, bro, 100%. 100% JPY is untradeable right now with all the fundamentals we're getting about it. What's a good target, Asia low or DTO? To be fair, you could aim for the DTO. The DTO is going to be a 2.5R trade, and it's going to be a lot more likely to hit, or it's a lot quicker to hit. So you could close there for 2.5%. I do think we are in the right side of the trend, though. So I do think you can just aim for the Asia low, and that should really hit. Only thing is, we do have GU news in, 2 hours' time? Or pound news in 2 hours' time. So we just do want this to sort of be closed within an hour and 45, essentially. Or an hour and... yeah, an hour and 45, really. 12 o'clock we have news, so... got an EU limit. Fair play, bro. Fair play, brother. But yeah, it's running nicely, man. Running nicely so far. No doubt there's going to be a lot of pros in the Discord after this. Hopefully it's TP. Don't know if anyone's gone break even on this or if they're just holding. Got an EU limit on. Fair play. Just ended off the 15-minute breaker. 15-minute breaker. Fair play. Oh, wait. I'm assuming this right here. Fair play. It's cheeky. That's cheeky. Now, that really is cheeky. That's almost as cheeky as disallowing a blatant penalty. Almost, boys. What about that penalty yesterday that got disallowed? That was a fucking liberty, mate. That was a joke. How was that? How was he actually disallowed that pen, boys? Like, real talk. Real talk. How's he actually disallowed that pen? It's fucking poor. How's he actually disallowed that penalty? Should go break even. That's up to you, bro. Break even's definitely a personal preference. It's more of a personal choice. Dump. Come on, bro. Mate, just looking at this now pisses me off. How's he actually disallowed this? How has the ref actually disallowed this? Just is a penalty, innit? Like, are we actually being serious? Are we actually being serious? And the thing is, it's one of those penalties, yeah? You haven't even got to be a professional player to know that that's a penalty, or like to even relate to that. Okay, nice. Fucking hell. Because, boys, we have all been there. If anyone's played football, every single person has been in that situation before, and everyone accepts it's a foul. When the ball's there to be won, two players are going for it. Two players are going for it. The other player gets there just before you, and he gets the ball, you kick his leg. We've all been there. You go for a 50-50 and get there second and come off second best. Like, literally everyone's had that before. Everyone knows exactly what that's like. And when that happens, you just you affirm the fact it's a foul. No one denies the fact that that's a foul. Do you know what I mean? Where's that gone? I feel like I didn't close that page. Oh, here it is. Like, bro. Like, bruv. You're telling me VAR's actually disallowed that? Not only the ref gave it, and then the VAR said, "Oh, take a look at that." Like, bruv. Any finished fellas here? Are you finished? That's a bit weird. Not weird, but it's a fucking one you don't really hear. Bro, look at that though. That is actually genuinely a joke. Like, bruv. I feel like I'm not even being biased here when I say this. Like, bro, yo. To be fair, what it might have been doing, it may have just been mitigating the order block. To be fair, so that sort of does make sense now. I look at it in that way. Yeah, a bit of a weird candle there. The DXY is moving really weird. We keep on trying to push above, but then we can't really seem to get that nice close. So still waiting to get that close above. Dump volume. I mean, the pen was soft, but that's literally how football is now. Any sort of contact in the box without getting the ball, it's basically a pen. Yeah, literally, bro. Like, especially in Europe, like, that's a pen in the Premier League, let alone the Champions League, where they're way softer. Holy push up. I think we should be good. I don't think that's going to push up too high. I think we should still be alright. Yes, bro, why are you surprised? I'm not actually that surprised, to be fair. Everyone is against us right now. If that... Oh, mate, yeah. That really did piss me off. But yeah, boys, bit of a spooky candle right there. You were re-entering lure, waiting for... Now, we're already in Fletch, bro. We're already in with it. Like, this is an old one. Mace is in actually a trade as well. He's just sent me this. Let's try and plot on Mace's trade, because he is actually already in. He got in pretty early on EU. He got in at 861. Trying to see what he realistically actually got in off. It is 50% of this, but I don't know how he's actually in. Fairs anyway. I mean, it's literally the exact same position as we had there. Stop loss is 7.6. Right, yeah, so Macy's already in this trade. I mean, he's executed a little early on that. TP is at the bottom. 551. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it is literally the exact same trade. So, yeah, this will be a really nice one. Macy's in this one, as you can see, boys. There's the stop loss, TP, entry. I am out. Fairs. Fairs. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi. Bro, that clip is actually jokes when you actually know what he was looking at as well. Yeah, we need, yeah, really weird. We're just consolidating really, boys, aren't we? But we do need market to end up pushing up. I mean, we're pissing about in this fair value gap for a while. We don't really, if it breaks the low, then EUGU is going to be pretty cooked. So we do just want it to push back in, invert, and then once we close above and invert, it should just be an absolute pumpers. But we just need to wait for that. Hopefully we don't just consolidate until hopefully we don't just consolidate until news. That will be jarring. Have I just broken my chart? Yeah, I've just broken my fucking chart. There we go. Yeah, hopefully we don't just consolidate till news. That will be jarring. I do think we're on the right side of the market, boys. I really do. So I think we're looking good. GU shorts looking good. EU shorts looking good. That 4-hour CRT on EU is really starting to show as well, which is beautiful stuff. 160 in this YouTube right now, boys. Everyone drop a like on the stream. Let's get 100 likes, boys. You know me. Live every day for the London session. Only person on the net, chat, by the way. Only person on the net that will actually come live, trade my strategy, and will actually win fucking trades. You cannot tell me a single other person that comes live, not just comes live on the 1 minute time frame, scalps for 5 minutes and jumps off. Someone who comes live, gives you their bias at the start, tells you their strategies, and then executes it in front of you. Whilst also bringing everyone on the team in with me. Sending it to the signals group and having it on live. No one else does this shit, boys. No one else does this shit, man. Genuinely, there's not a single other person that does this. You can't tell me one other person on social media that actually does this. Everyone just does these videos with their watches, with their cars. Because these man don't actually trade, boys. These man don't actually trade. You man know me, boys. I'm at the market every single fucking day. Tell me the last day I haven't been looking at this London session. You won't be able to fucking tell me. Every single day. Why do you think I'm double parked on fucking white monsters? I think I'm double parking on white monsters to grift, or do you think I'm really in these fucking charts, boys? We're really in these markets, boys. We're really in these markets. We're really putting guys on. There is a guy in America, but I don't like his strat. He trades NASDAQ. Okay, so there is one person in the entire world, apparently. TJ, cough. Yeah, man, that's like that 1 minute scalping shit. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi. Yeah, let's just keep our eye on the DXY for now. Let's see how this plays out. There's really not anything else to actually consider. Let's quickly look at the... Okay. Yeah, the point of control has been shifting downwards. You can see... Previously, yesterday, there was a lot of volume up here. And now you can see price is showing unwillingness to return back to this area of balance, which is good for sellers, of course. We also obviously have the point of control here, which is the point where most volume is expended, which is obviously normally a decent pivot point. So I'll mark that on there, and for GU I'll mark it on as well. GU again, similar thing that we can see is prior there was a very high volume at this point. And then today you can see there's been an unwillingness for the market to return to this point, which obviously is good for sellers. And we can also see the POC again shifting to the downside. Previously the most volume was here. You can see that's the fourth day in a row really where we've seen a shift lower. So we've seen this, shift lower, shift lower, shift lower. So it does show that people overall are looking to sell this market. And we should really make a return to the point of control. Yeah, we're just reacting off the POC right now on EU, to be fair. The DXY again pushing up. Let's see if the DXY can actually break through right now. Let's see if the DXY can break through right now. Took the shift off 4 hour supply and 61 to 50. Nice, bro. Yeah, I think a lot of people are in right now. Look, you need help, bro. How are you sipping Monster at 10 AM? When else am I meant to sip Monster? What, fucking 10 PM? Yo, how do you get that little button which shows you all the volume? Teach me. You just click this, boys. Wait, let me move TikTok so you man can see as well. Just this at the top here. It's just all the different charts. So you can get, if you want to see for whatever reason, hollow candles. Or if you want the line chart. Or if you want the bar chart. Or if you want the candle chart. You can also get the volume chart. So you just scroll down to here where it says session volume profile. You've got to have some level of TradingView subscription. I'm not really sure what one. And then yeah, if you click that, obviously it doesn't work for the DXY because it's an index, but you can see if you just go down onto that on EU, and then you can see it's going to give you your volume, and then you can just click it. If you star it as well, so I've starred this one and then starred this candle one. So all I do at the top is I can just flick through the two, which makes it a lot easier. Me dot out this detail. Yeah, me dot out some of this stuff just so it doesn't get too convoluted. Okay, we have got that 4 hour close now, that clear manipulation. What's nice as well is if we do actually mark out these candles, we go boom, 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 boom. You can see it is actual genuine manipulation. So we get price. This is obviously the high of this candle. And you can see, so we make the high and the low here. And you can see the next candle rallies up, takes out the liquidity, then closes back within. So this tells us that this candle is going to open, push, and then continue down. So everything's really lining up, boys, for us to sell. So I do still like the look of sells. We do just need the DXY to play ball and actually invert this. We're getting a little bit closer to news now. To be fair, we still got an hour and a half, a bit longer than that till news. But yeah, boys, 11 AM. Make sure everyone's on the Discord. That's when I'm dropping the discount for the signals. Everyone make sure you're on the Discord at 11 AM, boys. That's when I'm going to be dropping it. 5 people. Once they're full, they're full. And no one else is getting in for 50% off. So make sure you're locked in on the Discord, boys, ready. Let me drop a link in the chat real quick, just so you, man, can make sure you're getting in. Which I think it should be in the description of the video, to be fair. It should be in the description of the video. Okay, it doesn't have the HTTPS thing. Okay, yeah, cool. That is the right one. All right, boys. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat real quick so you man can get him. So you man can get in the Discord there. Everyone, boys, make sure you're ready for 11 AM, man. That's when we're going to be dropping it. As I said, I do think we're on the right side of the market. The DXY should really push up from here. We keep on wanting to go for second bites of this. Holy consolidation, trust me, bro. We got a good entry, though. Bear in mind, yesterday was a similar thing. It did take us a little while to actually get out of that dealing range. We wicked up, and then up, and then we got the sell-off, and then price just ran through. So we know how to trade the London session, boys. We know this is normal for this to happen, and we know what we're waiting for. We're literally just waiting for the DXY to actually push above this fair value gap and start moving. 4 hour looks really nice. As I said, we're going to get a lot of people looking to sell this market for sure. I know a lot of people use the 1 hour time frame, and a lot of people have just seen this break of structure, these candles, and all they're thinking is, yeah, sell, 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 sell. Whereas if you zoom out a bit, you can see the trend is really bullish. It's just a pretty hard retracement. And obviously on the daily time frame, we are at a discount point, so we are optimal for buyers. So yeah, I do think we're at a good point, really. We just need the DXY to actually invert this. Again, that 4 hour order block, you can see we've tapped in on DXY. We've tapped in on EU. We've also tapped in on GU. Let me get up my fresh EU chart that I like to pull up. But this is the 4 hour order block, just so you can see it a little bit cleaner on here. That's the 4 hour order block right there. It's a little bit of a small move, but we should really be able to get the sell off. It's only a 1 candle retracement is the only real concern. But yeah, I do still think we should be able to get those sells. Again, we're just waiting for the DXY mainly, boys. Say wallahi, bro. I'm bullish for now, looking for a bull run on EU. Fair play, bro. I'm looking at saying slight, well, the opposite, really. I'm taking EU right now. Fair play, bro. Again, still waiting for the DXY, boys. Still waiting for the DXY. Everyone, make sure you're getting in the Discord, boys. Ready for 11. So I can drop that code. If you would have joined the signals last Friday, boys, well, the Friday before, you would have passed phase 1 and phase 2. And now you'd be waiting on your funded account. So this GU trade, you'd probably have put actually on a live funded. So this will probably be your first trade on a live funded. So if you joined the signals last Friday, or the Friday before last, you'd have passed your phase 1, week 1. Week 2, you'd have passed your phase 2. And yesterday, you'd definitely have passed your phase 2. So this would probably be on a live funded. So if you was on a 100k account, you'd probably at least be up like a bag right now. Or probably like 7 bills. DXY is fucking about though. I don't blame anyone for going break even on this, because we do have a lot of news. But obviously it is personal preference really. Active. What do you mean, bro? Holy sell-off. With funded accounts, if you pass both phase 1 and 2, does your account then go back to where you started? Then you get what you make from that. Yeah, bro. So, yeah, you don't get paid out for the challenge phase. Holy sell-off. Let's see if this breaks the low. Okay, yeah, we did break the low. So if you did go BE, boys, you're probably out of break even, I'm not going to lie. We do have another fair value gap made, though. Maybe that's what we needed. Maybe that's what we needed. Let's wait for that candle to close. Hopefully it doesn't distribute too heavy. It looks like it low-key is, though. Low-key looks like it is. Perfect time for EU re-entries. Fair play. I mean, yeah, I'm out of break even, so... Yeah, we're out of break even on that GU. It was unlucky, boys. It was unlucky. Yeah, it was out of break even, annoyingly. Well, to be fair, not annoyingly. It probably looks like it's hit full stop, yeah. Alright, so we actually did the right thing to get out of break even there. Price is popping off, though, right now. Let's get rid of this. I'll show you boys my trade on the stream in a sec. Actually, I'll show you guys now. Break even there, as you can see. I did actually lose like 200 quid, but yeah, break even. Alright, yeah, BE hit, boys. In a drawdown of $11. $11, really. Even EU might be getting cooked as well. I didn't get any. All I got in this morning was GU. Which, yeah, I got out of break even, which is low-key annoying, but I do still think this move is going to come through. So I wouldn't be too concerned. I'd still be looking for the same type of move. We've got another fair value gap here. Alhamdulillah, I've waited. Yeah, hit SL. Yeah, I went break even, but if you did hold to SL, nothing wrong with that, bro. It's a personal decision that you've made, so you obviously done it for a reason. You know it's better in the long term. Holy rejection. Holy rejection, what the fuck. Let's wait for an actual 5 minutes of form. We've got 2 minutes left, so hopefully we can actually form a gap that we can then invert. G to New York high and OT of order block. Holy rejection, trust me. Yeah, bro, yeah, man. And I've got break even. If you got SL, it's basically the same thing, bro, I'll be honest. It's no bigger dub getting break even in SL. It's the same shit. It's just a slight difference in actual numbers. But in reality, it doesn't mean anything, man. If you took an SL, there's nothing wrong with that. Holy manipulation. Trust me, bro. Trust me. But yeah, that's annoying. I thought we was going to have another dub on the signals today. But yeah, break even on that. As I said, boys, the only reason I did go break even, I don't often do it. But I swear we had so much news. I was aware there was potentially this type of bullshit manipulation going on. So that's why I decided to tell people to go break even on this one. So no winning signal for today. Well, there still might be, but as of yet, one trade today, break even. So we're still up 2.5 for the week. I was hoping we could be up. If that hit TP, we would have been up like 8% for the week, which would have been sick. But looks like, yeah, we're 2.5 up for the week, so we'll see how it progresses. I think a lot of people in the signals are jumping in EU shorts now. Yeah, I think they are. We've got an hour and a half till news, boys, so this still could actually play out. Passing 10k next trade, boyo. Sweet, brother. I'll wait for that to come through. Holy manipulation, trust me. Holy rejection. Say wallahi, bro. Say you swear to God, bro. That's TJR every time he enters a free pip 1-to-1 trade and it loses.
No way, there's no way, there's no way. Say you swear to God. Say you swear to God. Put that on Allah. Say put that on Allah. Say wallahi, bro. Say wallahi.
I just lost $200,000.
I just spent $200,000.
Yeah, I do still think this market's heading down, so if you are still in this EU, if you didn't get break even, then I would still be pretty confident. We've got the fair value gap now, so what you need now is DXY to push up, invert, and then move. If that doesn't happen before news, then yeah, it's probably over. But let's see. Say you swear to God, so say wallahi, bro. Yeah, let's see if we do get the inversion, boys. Unlucky today. I'm pretty happy I went break even. Do you know what does low-key piss me off, though? I go break even and you still take $250 off me. I know it's a 200k account. It was like a 29 lot size. But still, bro, like... Really? $250 commission? Like... Yeah, we need to wait for that push to the upside. Everyone drop a like on the stream, boys. Get 100 likes in this stream. We've got 160 man in this stream right now. Everyone drop a like. Boys, there's still going to be entries to come. There's still definitely going to be entries to come. Everyone drop a like on the stream. We've got like 40 likes. Everyone spam that like button, Q. Right, we got the fair value gap though, so let's see how it plays. As I said, I'm not in this one. I was in GU, which got break even, so that's me done. So I kind of feel like that Squidward meme where I'm looking out the window, looking at everyone who's in EU shorts. What songs we got? What's actually no? Let's just put. What happened to GJ? Holy, yeah, bro. It's the yen basket, man. The yen basket loves doing this once every few days, like every week or so. Broken above this now as well. We'll see what we end up pushing into, but yeah, this will just eventually continue down. You can see what happened last time. We got this really big push. It was only up until an order block to then just sell off again. So the overall trend should prevail on this, but obviously right now you want to be careful that you're not getting manipulated in this leg. Just wait for it to sort of top out and then come back when it starts actually having a few candles back down, and then just try and get on that sell is what I would do. But I wouldn't be too concerned at an overall reversal. So you swear to God, bro. So annoying. See different charts on DXY between Capital and TVC. Between opening times, different PD arrays on each other. It's pain. Yeah, that is jarring, bro. That is jarring. Especially for the DXY. It does that all the time. There's actually nothing you can do about it either. We do actually nearly have this 15-minute FEG form. We'll see if we get that on the dollar as well. The rate decision isn't in support of the dollar to go strong. Sell the rumour, buy the news. Fairs. So you're going to be buying... Well, I mean, selling a UG then, I'm assuming. USD JPY could dump so hard today. I mean, it is already dumped like 100 odd pips, so it's dumped 150 pips already. There's going to be no opportunities to actually enter sells on it. Although I do like sells, I would really just rather wait till the trend sort of chills out a bit and then returns to bullish on UJ. I'm looking at, oh yeah, you're looking at UJ, bro. I'll be real. I wouldn't even be looking for that, bro. Bro, is it USL or is it cooked? I do still think we're gonna continue down. It is difficult, bro. With all this news this morning, we knew today was gonna be like that. The direction, I'm still solid on. I do still think the dollar's bullish overall, although this is a pretty disgusting candle for buyers. I do still think overall we're bullish, and overall, despite these two big candles on the 4 hour, I do think overall we're bearish. But as I said, why I went break even on that signal for GU was just mainly because we had this news. So I knew that this was likely, and we might get some bullshit before returning to the overall trend. The overall trend will return bearish in my opinion, but the news may just sort of manipulate like this and be basically moving a little bit jarring. So I do still think market's heading in that direction, but in terms of the entry, it might be a bit difficult. I'm low-key glad that we got out of break even. I think that was probably the best thing to do today, was try go for the GU short and then go break even on it. If it comes back, then it comes back. We haven't lost anything, but if it continued to flush move, then we would have made like 6%. So sometimes it's really the best that you can get out of the market is a break even, or like, obviously there is always chances to win, but for the way we trade, the best thing that we really could have got was a break even. As I said, if trade absolutely ran, then we would have made 6%. If it reversed, which it did, we would be sitting on break even, which is what we're sitting on. So nothing really too mad. Well, yeah, that GU manipulated me worse than any girl I've met. Or you can't even get manipulated by a girl after you start trading London session. Like, it's just impossible. You'll be able to see the liquidity sweep from an absolute mile away. And the good thing is, with a woman as well, if they're ever manipulating you, you can always just wait for confirmation. You can wait for the MSS or IFEG, which is, like, don't have to rush in too quick. If they're trying to manipulate, just wait for the confirmation. Give it a week. Just wait for the confirmation of that behaviour. If that behaviour is still standing, then you know the manipulation's finished and you can actually go ahead. Do you know what I mean? There's always confirmation you can wait for. I'm done for this month. No trade today. Fair play. Shall I hold EU? It's up to you, bro. I would say hold EU. I would say if you got into the trade, bro, just hold it. I do still like the DXY to the upside, but it's just with that news and it being a reverse trade, it might be a little bit difficult. So it's definitely risky hold, but I always think it's the best to just hold your trades if you can. Have a good weekend, Lou. See you next week. Sweet, bro. Yeah, 11 AM, I'm dropping that discount for the signals. And, boys, I'm also going to be dropping a discount to my one-to-one mentorship for the first fucking time, boys. The first time. How many man's actually in this? Bear in mind, this is going to max out at 30 man. Yeah, 18 man in there right now. There's 18 man. It is going to max out at 30. So this is for my one-to-one mentorship, which is obviously everything I teach. You get all the videos on everything that we talk about. You can see all of these videos here. Literally everything that I talk about. This is all my strategy videos. So yeah, obviously comes with all of these videos, boys. Also comes with a pre-London stream at 6 AM to 8, breaking down what we expect from London. Then a post-London stream at 12, breaking down what we have already seen, and then what we should expect to see in the future. We need some more goals in there. Yeah, we low-key do. Lou, are you Sigma? I'm not really too sure what that actually is, but yeah, I'd say so. And then obviously, boys, with that mentorship, the main thing is you get one-to-one sessions with me personally. So we will be jumping on calls every single month, breaking down all of your trades, the way you trade, and actually me working with you physically one-to-one. Which is why we've made this new mentorship and why it maxes out at 30 man. Because if I'm doing one-to-ones, I can't have too many man on there. So if you are trying to work with me one-to-one, then make sure you get on there, boys. I'm going to be dropping that at 11. And it's going to be a discount. And I've never done a discount for that before. And it also does max out at 30. So that one be mad quick, boys. I'll be honest. Signals, there's 5 I'm going to do. So you should hopefully be able to get in that if you're quick. But yeah, the mentorship is one-to-one and it will max out. So make sure you get in that ASAP, boys. Yo, Louis, would you now use the 5-minute IFVG on USD CAD? Holy Discord, holy free chat, what the hell? Holy free chat, what on earth is that in the free chat? Would I now use the 5? Yeah, because as you can see, bro, what we should do from these fair value gaps is make them and then trade into them and then sell off. So you know a fair value gap's been fully completed when we break the what's the word? The correlating low, I suppose you'd call it. So yeah, so this is obviously the range where we have the fair value gap in. Once we fill it and actually break the range, that would confirm that this fair value gap's fully completed and played itself out. So now we have another one. So what we're looking for, obviously if you're selling, you would expect price to trade into it, sell off, and then obviously break the low, right? Which means it's been completed. However, if we close above it, and then we get this reaction, then that's when you'd look to buy. I think 20 trades on that account total, it's stressful, bro. You've had 20 trades, yeah, that is pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm not in this one here, boys, but I think if quite a few people in the live is on this, so see how it plays out. We do have a 15-minute fair value gap now, so we'll see. But yeah, 11, boys, we're going to drop that. 11, we're going to drop that. So if you are trying to get in the one-to-one mentorship or signals for a discount, everyone get in the Discord right now. Be ready for 11, boys. It's going to be spaces, and once they're filled, they're done, so make sure you lock in ASAP. But yeah, boys, I've only had 2 trades this week. For me personally, I've only had 2. I've had this sell on EU, which was 2.5%. And then a sell on GU this morning, which hit break even. So I'm on... I did close this one just before news, so I only got 2%, not 2.5. So I'm on plus 2.5 and then plus 0. So obviously for the week. Wow. Don't tell me... I'm clicking escape, bro. Bro, they're fucked. My thing's fucked. It's fucked. I can't exit this. Yo. It says click escape. Bro, why is TradingView so unbelievably shit? How can I even get off this, boys? What the fuck? How do I get out of this, bro? How do I get off this screen without... I'm spamming escape and nothing's coming up. So stupid, bro. TradingView is actually such a shit app. Lucky they're first mover bias. But yeah, so I'm 2% up for this week. Both of those trades were sent to the signals as well. Last week was obviously a lot better. Last week was a fucking beautiful week. But as long as you're banging out these consistent weeks, it's actually calm. Don't need the crazy profit. Press escape, bro. I don't know. Wow. Press F5. Okay, everyone's just telling me lies. Everyone's just telling me lies. Alt plus F4. What does that even do? Does that just turn off my camera? Immediately closes the active window. So it's Cosmic and Mehmet and Farhad. You man are all trolling. It's good to know. Yeah, boys, everyone be ready in the free chat. Yo, holy emoji. Why is like the dead rose emoji so embarrassingly poor on Discord? Yeah, I think this EU is probably cooked right now. Let's wait and see. Obviously, I'm not in this one, but if you are in this in the chat, let me know. Trading well above the prior 4-hour high now as well, which is low-key not ideal. Let's just see how we play out, boys. See how we play out. Lou, unplug your PC. It'll escape for you. Problems been dealt with. Problems massively already been dealt with. Problems massively already been dealt with. Fantastic buyers. Nord, not going to lie, bro. You're actually such a beg. This guy comes on my live every day. Bro, I actually don't like you. I'm blocking you, bro. I actually don't like you. You're jarring, bro. This guy comes on my live every day. Every day. Comes on my live. Asks me all the questions in the world. Asks me for all the help in the world. And if ever I lose a trade, he'll just get bare rude to me. The guy's a weirdo. Absolute weirdo. Win a trade yesterday for him. Doesn't say thank you. Doesn't say anything. He takes a loss out of his own back today. Bear in mind, if he was in the signals, he would be up this week and he wouldn't have lost the trade. But he's actually lost the trade off his own back. And now he's blaming me and saying, I don't even know what he's saying. The guy's just a beg, bro. The guy's an absolute beg, bro. Needs to allow himself. Really does need to allow himself. Why have I got so many pages open? I don't, mate. Don't get emotional. Seems like you're the one who's emotional, bro. I'm not the one who's lost a trade, brother. Give trade. Some people got no self-accountability. It's not even that, bro. Like, I don't mind if people, like, get rude or whatever, but it's like, you know them man that just, like, they actually act like your boy for the whole time, but then if you do lose a trade, then they just turn on you. It's just, like, the worst type of people. It's like they're so with you if it's going well, but as soon as the smallest bit goes wrong, he'll just snake it straight away. Just the exact type of person you don't want to be, like, pals with, basically. He's got no loyalty, no, like, gratitude, nothing. Just wants to get everything for free. And the minute something bad goes wrong, he just chucks anyone under the bus. It's just like, bro, it's just such a shit personality to have, low-key. Not even low-key, bro. It's just jarring. Not even the fact he's, like, being negative. Like, if you're being negative, it's calm. But I just bare find it annoying when people, like, actually act majority of the time like they fuck with you. And then as soon as something goes bad, they just completely switch up. Like, bro. And I actually know this guy as well. He's been in my life for, I'm sure, a decent amount of time. Yeah, DXY just absolutely dumping right now, boys. Way below the DTO still. I still got like an hour left till news. Long on EU. Holy crash out. Calm down, holy. Well, lad, yeah, trust me. Looking at GBP JPY. Nah, bro. GJ's just fucked right now. I just rage bait Lou by saying give trade. So all Lord actually says anymore is just give trade. New 4-hour range. Looking for a 50 retracement and sell-off. Fair play in EU shorts. Yeah, I think EU shorts are looking rather cooked right now. We see we're just getting this dump right now from the dollar. We filled that 5 minute and just absolutely dumped. As I said, boys, if you did want to wait for confirmation, you should have waited for the close on that. I got in slightly before, which is why I went break even. But if not, then yeah, you probably should have just waited for this, which is just calm if not. But that's where you probably went wrong if you did lose. Okay, this EU's basically done though. Well, actually, we'll leave it on. Just wait for it to push that last little bit up. Holy entry. So yeah, boys, we'll see how tomorrow plays out as well. But only 2 trades for me this week. Break even on GU, EU dub. Break even definitely saved my ass today. I would have been pepper if not. State of you about Wallad you been, state of it. As you said, bro, I'll bring you back to your other comment just a second ago. Calm down, holy. Don't get emotional, bro. As you just said. Don't get emotional, brother. Break structure in my direction. Meaning BE for me, saved me more than lost me. Yeah, trust me. Got smoked, it is what it is. Trust me, bro. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. If you did take an L, it's calm, man. It's all part of the process. Like I always say, boys, my win rate's about 50% anyway. So to win a trade, lose a trade, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, it's pretty much a loss on GU. I mean, it was a break even, so we haven't physically lost anything. But in terms of how the trade played out, it's not like it break even to then won. It break even then lost. So realistically, even though I didn't lose, it essentially does realistically on the P&L count as a loss. Or on the win rate, rather. So 1 win, 1 L this week. 2% up. It's calm. It's just how trading is, boys. If you're getting mad emotional about it, then just chill out, boys. If you trade the same strat, if you trade this strat over and over again, you just are going to make money. So, just one of those things, boys. Take an L. Took 2 L's today, down 8% on both my accounts. How, Daniel, bro? Maybe you should... I put more quantity in EU shorts. Fair play. 2 types of people out there. Oh yeah, break structure saved you. Fair play. Yeah, it was normal. To be fair, we had to get taken down after that insane win streak we was on. But yeah, still nice week so far for me, boys. We'll see if after this news, the New York session might just be the session today. Normally it is shit, but we do have all this news up until about 1:45. So after 2 o'clock, the market actually might start moving nice. We might actually get really nice sells. So we'll still wait for that, but yeah. Holy code name. Alright, boys, 3 minutes. I'm going to drop that code in the free chat, boys. I'm on a losing streak, you get me? I was on a win streak for like 3 months, I hear it. Fair play, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty, two trades in 1 day already before 11 on a risky news day. It's quite a lot. I mean, I only took 1 trade and I went break even on it pretty quickly. So I don't know, maybe your strategy works for you, but yeah, for me, that's just a bit too much. Reckon we go Friday high? Most likely, bro. If 1 hour closes, that's a changed character. Yeah, bro, if we close above on this 1 hour close above, yeah, it is, bro. Could give a double top and reverse. Yeah, facts. Facts. I doubt it, though. We're probably just going to continue higher, to be honest. Was trialing 2% risk, as that's what I want to use on my eval, but taking bare L's in the past week, going to 1%. Fair play, Jono. As I said, bro, when we drop this discount in 2 minutes, you might as well get in the signals, bro. Like I said, we're absolutely fucking cooking in there. If you are trying to pass under the count, it's genuinely a no-brainer. Just take the trades, copy the trades, and that's it. Still learn yourself, but I copy traded. Fair play, Daniel. Fair play. But yeah, unknown, I would say that, bro. This is fucking about. Alright, boys, yeah, I'm going to drop a link to the discount, to the Discord. We're about to drop that right now. %. So if you are trying to pass accounts, boys, the best place. Where's the Discord? Let me, I'll drop the link in here, bro. 2 secs. I'll drop the link for you, brother. It is linked to my profile, but I just dropped it in the chat there. So when you get in there, bro, just jump in the free chat. That's where we're going to drop it. When you jump on the Discord, you see all the different chats here. Just come to the free chat right here at the side. Go to the free chat. And then obviously use the code. Pretty sure that's just been dropped. Yeah, that has just been dropped, boys. So make sure you use that ASAP. Yeah, 50% off right there. Make sure you use the code. There's free. Okay, there's only 3 uses. So make sure you use that ASAP, boys. Make sure you use that ASAP. Go to the Discord. Go to the free chat. Click the link. And then, yeah. Everyone get in that now real quick, boys. Yeah, boys, if you are trying to get in, everyone go over to there now, man. Make sure you get in now. Last week was up 9%. This week we're up 3%. So lovely in the signals already, man. We are laughing. We are laughing. There's 3 codes, boys, and then they're going to be done. You guys get a win today. Was that? This is Mace's trade right here. This weren't sent into the signals. We've only had 1 trade sent in this morning. This was the trade that I took, which I got break even on. As you can see, this is me. GU sales look good to me, but bear in mind we have so much news starting at 12. This was the trade here. You can see it's the entry, stop loss, and TP. We tapped in, started moving pretty quickly. So this was literally about 10 minutes after we sent the signal. We're in and we're break even. As you can see, at this point we went break even. And then as you can see, price came up and took us out of break even. So nothing lost, nothing gained, but still overall for the week, fucking cooking. But yeah, banging trade. If anyone's looking for any other entries, boys, let me know now and I can look for them now. Alright, the second code just been dropped, boys. Second code's just been dropped. For my one-to-one mentorship. So everyone, if you are trying to get in the mentorship, the one-to-one mentorship or signals, everyone go to the Discord now, man. No trades for me today, bro. Fair play. Gold entry short. I haven't actually looked at gold in a minute. This was what I was looking for yesterday. I don't actually trade it, really. I trade it on a personal account a little bit, but... Finally getting that move up that we've been waiting for fucking ages. Been fucking waiting for this move up for a minute. Okay, that CRT's been completed now, which is what we was waiting for, really. Yeah, again, I have been bullish on DXY for ages. The entry we typically look for after a move like this is back from the OTE. So a sell-off to the OTE, and then a continuation. So I'll be looking for something like that on gold. Although gold isn't really one of my main pairs that I trade, so... Did signals not get into EU? I don't think so, bro. Let me look now. I'm sure Mace just took this on a personal, bro. I'm sure Mace took this on a personal. Morning, Lou. I'm in the same EU cell, but I won't be too bothered taking the L as I've had 4 wins this week. Nice, bro. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. It's all about just consistently trading your strategy. This is low-key taking ages now. Right, we got news in 55 minutes, boys. News in 55 mins. Still at this same POI on GU. We have reacted off of, on the 15 minute, we are reacting off these fair value gaps pretty nicely. See, we reacted off this, continued higher. We've just reacted off this one. So this is definitely, if you are looking for sells, this is what you'd be waiting for. Obviously, we do have that news, though, which is going to be pretty significant. So we'll see how it plays out. DXY right now is not really showing any signs of slowing down either. It's just purely just dumping. Yeah, DXY is looking very dumpy right now. Bare pixelated. Wait, what? Join the signals, but signals is still locked for me. What's your Discord name, bro? What's your name on Discord, bro? If you are joining, boys, I will get back to you ASAP. Sweet, bro. I'll get back to you ASAP. Get back to you ASAP, boys. Drop me a message if you have joined, boys. Drop me a message. As I said, if you're trying to pass funded accounts, it's the easiest way to go about it. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest, boys. USD JP mega dump risk is real. Yeah, facts. Holy dump. DXY still dumping. Came like ridiculously close to stop loss if you did get an EU. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that that ended up moving higher because now we don't really have time to look for anything before news comes through, which is low-key annoying. G took Asia low at 7 AM. Yeah, bro. Check gold. Yeah, I'm looking at gold buys, bro. It's already pretty extended right now, so I want price to come back to the OTE, and then I'd look to continue that move. There's a lot of anticipation in this market, though, to be honest. Very strange market so far this morning. I mean, yen basket's obviously biblically fucking strong. So that's definitely having a knock-on effect on some other pairs. UJ's going to 58.5, just watch. Let's mark it on. really. Thing is, where can you really look to get in on this though? Are you just live executing then? Basically that. It's just not really the way I trade, bro. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. Are you getting in then, Digital? Why do you think the next dump's coming as well? What makes you think we're going to dump more, bro? What makes you think we're going to dump more? No, short's already open from 6:10. Oh, you got in after the initial dump. Yeah, nice, bro. Very reactive trade, so you did so well to actually jump into that, capitalise. How many pips are you in profit, bro? Holy shit. You got in at 110. That would bear in mind, chat, after that original fucking dump as well. So you actually did bear well to get in. Like 100 pips up. So what are you aiming for then? So you got in, you said, at 16.10. I don't know where your stop is, but you're aiming for down here. Assuming your stop might be like above this or something. Japan, Finmin verbal intervention is my reason. Too far down the range, so risky. I do kind of agree. What are you saying, Matty? Yeah, I think DXY's kind of run out of... Well, it's still dumping, actually, to be fair. Let me quickly get rid of this, just so we can look at the new order block on EU. We're most likely going to see this tapped into again. So yeah, let's just wait for us to push up to this now. That's all we can really do, boys. We've got to break even on our trades. There's nothing we can really do other than just wait and be patient. Let me quickly get a phone charger, plug my phone in. Let me know if there's any other pairs you man are looking at entering now. We do have news starting. The news fucking bonanza starts in 45 minutes, boys, so... Still rejecting that fucking high. Yo, if we invert this fucking 15-minute, I swear, I'm gonna break my monitor. DXY is just not slowing down at all, really. I mean, we've got one fucking candle now. Alright, we've got this fair value gap to see to get inverted. It's the equivalent. This 50, it's obviously a lot more reliable on the 15 as well, to be honest. So, yeah, let's just wait for this now. This is really our next level to wait for. What is happening? What do you mean, bro? Right, we're in this 15 min. Let's see what we do. 45 mins till news. Yeah, bro. Bro, people who are naturally patient must be loving these market conditions. Before, I don't think anyone's really naturally patient, man. GU inverted the 15 minute. You can inverse the 15 minute. Yeah, the dollar's not really done that much, though. Again, it's a similar thing to what we were seeing before on GU. GU was already inverting its levels here, as it has done here. Whereas DXY just isn't. DXY obviously didn't invert that 5 minute at any point, nor has it inverted this yet. So right now, I think the players definitely need to wait for the DXY to play its hand. And then yeah, this 5 minute I wouldn't say. Well, I'm assuming you're going off the 15. I'd more look at the 5 minute as the accurate fair value gap for this. So I'd wait for the 5 minute to get inverted. But yeah, I'd definitely just wait for the DXY. After what we've seen already from EU-GU manipulation this morning, we do want to wait for the dollar to be in line. So you can see we're just selling off of it right now, which is what we should do in a bearish market, bear in mind. Yeah, market is gone a little bit dead right now, boys. Market's gone a little bit dead. I got absolutely done on GU. Yeah, we had break even, bro. But yeah, GU is on a bit of a mad one right now. Even this 15 minute, we've just manipulated the 15. We closed below, but then we're blatantly not going to react to it. Need to really wait for the DXY. EG's going a bit crazy this morning as well. You can see we're really chopping up, down, up, down. Oh, wow. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's really kind of difficult. We're getting these big impulsive spikes caused by euro and pound relative strength or weaknesses. And bearing in mind, we do have... I'm so confused, bro. I thought you don't go BE. Normally, I don't, bro. 9 times out of 10, I don't. But in this scenario where we've got loads of news and we didn't invert on the DXY and it was a reversal trade, there was just a few things lining up that said it was probably a good idea to go break even. But in general, like on a random day, purely just because of emotions, I wouldn't really do that. Are you more into EU or GU sales? Probably GU, bro, to be honest. As from sales... Yesterday, I'm now in draw, fair play. Nice, bro, fair play. Same, got to have context behind it. Yeah, bro. And yeah, the market's kind of slow right now. We do have news in 40 minutes time. I'll be jumping off in about 15, boys. 10-15 minutes at 11:30. Yeah, not really the most went on today. Price kind of just dying a slow death, just dumping really. So yeah, we probably can expect reversals potentially when the news starts to come through, which was always a risk. There was always a risk of that being the case. I think this is just a screaming inducement. Yeah, I don't think we're going to sell just yet. I do agree with that, bro. Even this EU, we really do want it to come to at least a body. Let's quickly look on the lower time frame on this, see what we could potentially be tapping into. Not really much, to be honest, boys. I'm being honest. Nothing really on the DXY, to be fair, boys. I mean, we had this big fucking wick, so other than that, there's not really much we can even look at. I mean, the next fucking level you'd actually care about is probably here. Probably just that order block there, to be fair. Yeah, DXY is looking a little bit bleak. I mean, we're slowing down. We're slowing down at this order block, so see if we do manage to invert this 15. But yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult. It's going to be difficult with all this news surrounding us now. Again, I do think we got the direction right overall. But it was always going to be a difficult catch this morning with all the news. Yeah, chat, if you are trying to get in for the discount though, boys, make sure you're going over to the Discord, man. Free chat, you can get a discount on the signals and mentorship right now, boys, if you are trying to get in. If you are trying to get funded with a prop firm as well, boys, my firm that I always recommend is Alpha Capital Group. They are the best firm in the game right now. Make sure you use code Richesse as well, get you 15% off your challenge. Send me a screenshot of you using the code as well, and I can get you in the mentorship or signals for free for 1 week. And obviously you do get 15% off your challenge. That's no brainer. ACG, the best firm in the game right now. Them and FTMO are really on top at the moment. FTMO clear in terms of reliability. ACG are up there, but the main thing that they've got on their side as well is just a lot cheaper challenges, easier to pass, better rules, UK based. UJ looking like it may have topped out. Wow, really? Who's using a fucking power tool outside? Is there any need for that, really? Okay, let me shut my window. There's just no need for the power tools, really, is there? There's just no need at all. I'm never holding trades ever. I got smooched by GU. What do you mean you're never holding trades? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? My EU sell holding on for dear life. How on earth are you still in an EU sell? That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, we haven't actually broken this high yet, so I suppose some people are still in. It is 99% going to hit stop loss, though. I will brace you for that. GU, my least profitable pair. Yeah, I definitely have better results on EU than GU. EU's a lot more correlated to the DXY. It is about 70% of the DXY is pegged to EU. So it does align a lot more, which is probably why you have better results if you're like me and you do consider the DXY in your analysis. Yeah, this the only thing is once we dump past this order block, I'm not really too sure what we can even really use. We may even go for this lower order block here, most likely. This other order block on the 4 hour. AU does still have this order block a little bit higher. GU's still within it. So, yeah, man, I do think sells are pending, man. It's just this news has low-key made it impossible to actually catch. My broker ripped me with spreads, even though I allowed for it. No doubt slippage, but what a broker are you with, bro? DXY is always base scenario for me. Top comp, yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Thought you could reverse psychology my trade so it can go down. Right, let's try and reverse psychology this trade. It's going to be very difficult to reverse psychology. Let's see if we can reverse psychology this trade, boys. It's a very tough ask, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully news is bearish. Yeah, trust me, bro. That news does start to come through in half hour, boys, so the market is going to be popping off soon. Holy horror. Trading view, last time you did it, it came off. Last time you did this, it came off and burnt us. Yeah, true, say. We'll see, though. We'll see, boys. I mean, it's a tough ask. It really is. I'm off in 5 minutes, though, boys. So any last questions you have, make sure you let me know. If you do want anything, boys, make sure you drop me a message on Discord, man. I'll answer any questions you may have on the markets. We still have that signal. Well, the signals, I think, has been used up now, but we... Okay, yeah. Okay, now we're just pumping. Holy dump. Sells are strong with this one. What is that movement now? 50 pips. It's a fucking sizable London session. Yeah, it's fucking... Is this shit still chopping? Still chopping the exact same way. Oh, to be fair, slow down a little bit. DXY, JPY pushing up again. Holy cook. Yeah, if we break this order block, I don't even know. We're going to have to reassess the bias if we do break this order block. Tempted to ask, but I'm not that weird, I don't think. Wait. UJ at 159. Yeah, bro, you're cooking. Unlucky we go again next time. Trust me, bro. Nothing to get too pissed off about. It's all about consistency with your strategy, man. Remember, I have a 50% win rate and I still manage to cook biblically. So don't be pissed off if you lost one trade, man. You always get asked a weirdo question on YouTube. I do always get asked weird questions on YouTube. That is true. Normally it's from like 2 or 3 specific people, though. Really, Taylor? What a weird thing to put even in the chat. Right, yeah, chat, I'm going to jump off now, though. I've got my post-London stream at 12 o'clock. So I'm going to jump off real quick. But yeah, I appreciate all you lot tuning in for this stream. Big up to everyone who tuned in. I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Not really the best day, to be honest. I had one trade. It was a break-even, so not the best day. Nothing lost, nothing gained. I'm still up 2% for the week. But kind of annoying nothing could come off today. But as I said, boys, it was really going to be difficult with all that news. So we got pound news at 12, and then again at 12:30. Then euro news at 1:15. Dollar news at 1:30. And euro news again at 1:45. So really, from 12 till 2, the market is going to be untradeable. We've actually broken past this order block now as well. So yeah, the market is really going to be untradeable until then. Just going to keep adjusting this fucking order block. This is from Tuesday at 10. Equivalent for that is there, which is not good. I don't really know what we're reacting off at this point, boys. It's kind of hard to work out. I'm just going to mark out this fair value gap here and see how it plays. But yeah, boys, appreciate all you tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one, boys. If you are in the mentorship, then I'm going to be jumping on with you guys in half hour's time at 12 o'clock. But yeah, appreciate all you guys watching, and I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Sweet people. We are going to be live at 1 PM as well, boys. Don't forget, 1 PM we're going to be live back on the YouTube and TikTok. So yeah, appreciate all you boys watching. As I said, not the best day, not the worst day. It's just one of those, boys. I'll be real. News, it was always going to be hard, and it proved to be the case that it was very hard. But yeah. We'll be back next time. He still looks bearish to me. Yeah, it still looks... Bro, my bias is still the same. It's just we've got to wait till 2, really, for all this news to subside, and then we can actually get a trade. But yeah, appreciate you all tuning in, boys. And I'll catch you in the next stream, people. Sweet, boys.